Hey, good man. Welcome to your first Authentic Talk Note. We're excited to have you be a part of this. What these are designed to do is create the awareness that we so often don't have in our life. Here at AMG, we say 70% of all growth is awareness. So by participating in these every 2 to 5 minutes every day, you're basically 70% of the way there. So I really encourage you and invite you to come along for this journey and start maybe exploring some things that we don't normally explore. So I want to give you kind of the structure of what to expect on a daily basis. We call these Authentic Talk Notes, or ATNs for short, because we're lazy. No, I'm just kidding. So basically what that's going to look like is we're taking these talk notes or quotes from the groups that we already facilitate on a weekly basis and have been for a number of years. We're going to give those to you as kind of a thought-provoking, man, I can probably relate to that kind of thing. That comes from the men. I'm not making these up, and we're not just drawing these up saying, I think this is what men are struggling with. This is real life stuff that you and I can relate with every single time. Then we're basically going to take that note and I'll expand on it, maybe what was going on in the group or a personal experience that I can relate to from that Authentic Talk Note. And then from there, we're going to have a call to authenticity. And this is where the real pay dirt comes in, is that you're going to be able to start thinking about awarenesses throughout your day and throughout your week that are going to start to change the way you think, the way you interact with your life. And that's what's really going to help. At the end of that, we're going to tie these to this circle of relationships and spies. To learn more about that, you can click the link below. I'm not going to go into those in detail. That kind of takes a little bit of time to expand on, but I would encourage you to engage in those and really expand on that concept. So that kind of explains what the Authentic Talk Notes are going to be, or the ATNs. And so I kind of want to give you one today so we can start our journey, and then also so you can kind of get a feel for one as I've just explained it. So one of the guys in groups mentioned that he really struggles with work-life balance, and man, can't we all? I can relate to that. I think everybody can, okay? I'm either really good at work or I'm really good in relationships, but I'm very few and far between that I'm actually nailing both of them. So that's kind of been a real tension for men that we've found, that especially us guys that really want to be successful, and I would imagine you're one of those guys because you're tuning in today. So let's think about that. So I can think of a time in my life where I was just saying yes to everything. I figured everything was an opportunity. I just wanted to be involved and say yes and be the guy that I thought I could be. Come to find out, man, without a structure in my life, without prioritizing in my life, the circle of relationships, looking after my own holistic health, and then having some tools in place that were really going to help me with that structure, my life was coming unhinged. Like literally, if it could have failed, it was failing, and if it wasn't failing, it was getting ready to. It was unbelievable how scattered I was and how much I really just couldn't even get a grasp on this. Well, Brian, he's the CEO of AMG. He introduced me to a concept, yellow, red, and green zone times, that kind of helps structure that and help you give maybe like transitional times to go in and out of, so you know what exactly you're saying yes to. Once I started to implement this concept and this process, my life drastically started changing. I'm not just saying that. You can talk to anybody in group, you can talk to anybody who knows me. Structure brings freedom. And I used to think, well, if I was free, I would just get more freedom. That's not how it works, not in this culture at least. So I started implementing these zones, and there's a concept called the red zone. And that's basically where nobody can reach you outside of your own personal self, your significant other, and some best friends. I started realizing that come Wednesday, I was pretty beat down. My Mondays and Tuesdays are pretty on, and I would call those green zone times, but I'm constantly going and I'm very available, pouring into clients and whatnot. And by Wednesday, I just felt zapped, and then I started to turn into almost like a monster, and nobody wanted to be around me. So I found that was a really good replenishing time was to take Wednesday from 1 to 5 and either pour into myself or my significant other, and I protect that time more than anything. I promise you, there's nobody outside of the number 3 circle that can reach me inside of that 1 to 5 time zone. That has brought such great clarity to me because I can say no 1 to 5 automatically right now. You can ask me, hey, can we meet at 3 on Wednesday? I'll go, nope. I don't have to think about it because I know I'm already engaging in something that I want. And that gives me the energy to kind of, I don't know, finish out the week. It's a good halftime for me. And everybody's going to be different, but I would really encourage you to start looking at that intentionally. So from that, I'm going to say the call to authenticity with this one is to look at your schedule at the beginning of your week and start to look for some red zone times where you feel like the energy is just zapped. You don't have much left in the week. And find a place or a time or someone that will pour into you on an inner circle or pour into yourself. Go to the gym, have some meditation time, whatever it may be in holistic health. I would really encourage you to block that time out, because that will bring such clarity to you and bring so much energy back to you and your relationships. It'll be phenomenal. And then a week later, check it and see if it actually worked. If not, hey, guess what? We're fluid. We can make some changes. In the reference of today's authentic talk note, I would say the circle of relationships we're covering in that red zone is the circle 1, 2, and 3. And then in the holistic approach, this is going to be whatever you feel gives you the most energy. So it might be physical, getting to the gym. It might be intellectual, reading a book. It might be spiritual, taking some time for yourself, meditation, whatever that looks like in your quiet time. So I would tie that to those in the holistic health and the circle of relationships. To learn more about the circle of relationships and spies, click the link below. I really look forward to seeing you in tomorrow's Authentic Talk Note.